If you knew that a single phrase, just one, could make her heart beat faster and leave a lasting impression on her for years, would you still use empty comments like, "You look beautiful," or "What a lovely dress"? It's a question worth sitting with for a moment because the answer reveals something profound about how most men approach attraction and connection. They default to the easy, the obvious, the safe. And in doing so, they blend into the endless sea of faces that have said the exact same words to her countless times before. But what if you could be different? What if your words could linger in her mind long after the conversation has ended, echoing in her thoughts when she's alone, resurfacing when she thinks about the men who have truly understood her? That is the power of a well-crafted compliment, one that moves beyond the surface and touches something deeper, something she rarely admits she craves. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Before we delve into these topics, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If this content helps you better understand what goes through women's minds, I would greatly appreciate it if you could support it with a like or a subscription. It will only take a few seconds and will help more men access this information. I also want to ask you a question. What city are you watching this video from? I love reading the comments and discovering where the messages are coming from. That helps build a stronger community and reminds me that this journey of understanding and growth is shared by men all over the world, each of us striving to become better versions of ourselves. Most men have no idea of the true power their words can have. Many mistakenly believe that attraction depends solely on physical appearance, money, or status, but the reality is different. What truly makes the difference is how you make her feel. And here's the key point. One of the most underrated tools you have is a well-expressed compliment. It's not about flattery or manipulation. It's about recognition. It's about seeing her in a way that most people never bother to see her. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever seen how a woman's attitude can completely change because of something someone says to her? A single phrase at the right moment and with the right intention can transform how she perceives you, not just for an instant, but for a lasting impact that shapes her memory of you for years to come. Today, you're going to discover 8 compliments that go far beyond the superficial. They aren't typical phrases or forced flattery that makes you seem needy. They are compliments with psychological depth, capable of activating something more primal in her mind and making her feel seen, respected, and attracted on a much deeper level. And here's the unfiltered truth. If you go around handing out generic compliments like candy, "You look beautiful," "What a lovely outfit," "You look great," you become just another face in the crowd, easily forgotten. But when you understand the value of self-control, intention, and the weight of words, you realize something fundamental. Power lies not only in what you say, but in how you say it and how it makes her feel. The delivery matters just as much as the content. A compliment whispered with genuine warmth and eye contact carries infinitely more weight than the same words spoken casually while looking at your phone. So, if you want to level up, stand out from other men, and leave a lasting impression, keep reading because what follows are not just compliments. They are psychological tools for creating genuine human connection. Compliment number 1. That fragrance you're wearing is incredible. It's addictive. Scent is one of the strongest triggers of memory and emotion. A scent can transport you to a specific moment in a matter of seconds because it's directly connected to the limbic system responsible for emotions. When you compliment her scent, you're not just saying, "You smell good." You're actually conveying your presence lingers with me even when you're not here. And that has a huge impact. Most men don't even pay attention to these details, but those who do demonstrate presence, attentiveness, and distinction. You are signaling that you are observant, that you notice the subtle things that others overlook, and that her essence has made an impression on you. Compliment number 2. Your smile has the power to light up any room. It's not just about their lips or teeth, but about the energy they exude. You're acknowledging the emotional impact they have on their surroundings. It's not a superficial compliment. It's telling them, your presence changes the atmosphere. It's recognizing that she brings warmth and light wherever she goes, and that is a quality that cannot be faked or bought. Compliment number 3. I love how authentic you are. You don't try to fit in. You're simply yourself. In a world full of masks, authenticity is powerful. This compliment doesn't flatter their appearance, but their essence. You're telling them, I see who you really are, and that's what I value. In a society that constantly pressures women to conform to endless standards, being told that their true self is not just acceptable, but celebrated, is deeply liberating and profoundly attractive. Compliment number 4. I really like how you see the world. Your way of thinking is different, and it makes me reflect. Here, you stop focusing on the external and connect with their mind. You acknowledge their perspective and depth, and that makes the conversation much more meaningful. You are telling her that her intellect and her unique viewpoint have captured your attention, and that is far more memorable than any comment about her appearance. Compliment number 5. Your energy is incredible. It makes me want to be better. This is one of the highest levels of recognition. You don't just like them. You're inspired by them. You're saying their presence has a real impact on you. This taps into a deep human desire to matter, to know that our existence has a positive effect on others. When you tell a woman that her energy elevates you, you are giving her a gift of immense value. Compliment number 6. You're a very considerate person. It's clear you care about others. Here, you value their character, the way they treat others, and their essence. It's not a common compliment, and that's precisely why it's so powerful. You are noticing her kindness, her empathy, her humanity. And in a world that often rewards selfishness, recognizing her consideration for others sets you apart as a man who values substance over style. Compliment number 7. I admire how focused you are. Your determination is inspiring. You recognize their discipline, their purpose, and their effort. This connects with something deep, their identity. You are telling her that you see her drive and her ambition, that you respect her as a person with goals and passions, not just as an object of attraction. This is a compliment that resonates with women who are often reduced to their appearance by most men. Compliment number 8. You have a special way of making people feel comfortable and valued. Here, you highlight their emotional intelligence and their ability to connect. You're telling them their presence has a positive effect on others. This is the culmination of all the previous compliments, because it speaks to her impact on the world around her. It acknowledges her as a source of warmth, safety, and genuine human connection. And there you have it. 8 compliments that go far beyond the superficial. They aren't just words. They're tools for creating connection, respect, and genuine attraction. Because in the end, a woman may forget what you said, but she will never forget how you made her feel. And when your words make her feel seen, valued, and understood, you become unforgettable. And that is the true power of a well-expressed compliment.